How's it going, everybody? So we know that cellar door is the 313, is the March 13th state of emergency date. Cellar door 313, and cellar door gives us December 18. And so Donnie Darko with the Buck Rabbit, that all of these moons are related to the day. We thought about a week ago that the names of every full moon is relating to the death or the faked death, staged assassination, where the crown is given, not earned. He doesn't really die and rise from the dead. He fakely dies and fakely rises from the dead, which is by cloning. That's why we think the assassination or the murder will be to a clone and will not be on great footage while he's speaking. We'll just put it like that, possibly. And so the cellar door December 18th date from the movie Donnie Darko, which featured a buck rabbit, which are the names of all these full moons. We have a full moon called the snow full moon, or excuse me, the cold full moon on December 18th. So if you go to the buck full moon rabbit talking about I Pet Goat's cold full moon because it's awfully cold and it's snowing. But the cold full moon of December 18, because December 18 matches cellar door, which was in the buck full moon Donnie Darko movie. And Donnie Darko stands for Donald Darkened. The right eye is utterly darkened. It's talking about his death. The Donnie Darko movie is talking about the death of Donald when his right eye is utterly darkened. Donnie Darkened. I used to think it stood for Donald Darkness. Nope. It is about his right eye is utterly darkened, just like they show you in I Pet Goat, the right eye wound, which is straight out of Zechariah 11:17, which, let's go to your comments. Right eye is utterly darkened. This video determines the hidden significance or causes of events, sometimes foretelling the future by various natural, psychological, and other techniques. Talking about I Pet Goat. That's 8A2343. AWTR also says, and a few notes on 15, 8 plus 7 equals 15. The 15th tarot card is the devil, and the O 15th letter represents an I. Oh boy. Trump stood inside the German Odal runic letter O symbol at CPAC, just like Obama stood inside the O when he gave his acceptance speech in 2008. Stuff. William Mason said, I don't think he ever likes us. Let's see what he has to say. There are a lot to say about Capricorns. There are a lot to say about Capricorns as well as the animal year. We are all born for this. My son and I are both Cappies, 9th and 2nd, respectively. So Gene and William having a chat. Doc Zenith, who loves being very sarcastic to me. I'm like, hey, just give us all your knowledge. The beast is not, and yet is. Trump was the president. Oh boy. It's all about being the president. No. No. Bang. Whoever gave him a thumbs up, you just lost. The beast that was Trump before the assassination and is not Trump after the assassination, yet is Trump returning from the assassination. That's all that's about. So the date of the cellar door, buck full moon. We're not going by the time of the full moon. We're going by the time the rabbit was talking. And let's just say it was 2 a.m. Everybody was asleep. On the day of the cellar door full moon, 2 a.m., if you went up 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds, you land on the 15th at 8:42 a.m. And a lot of people play golf early in the morning. I don't know. Now, it's not going to happen when he tees off. So let's say he's out playing golf he's on the 17th hole, 15th hole. Now, my second wife, she lives on the 18th fairway of Cypresswood Golf Course, Winter Haven. Lives on it. And there's another 15 for you. And remember back when I used to run numbers, her birthday, 10 times her day, 28 times the year, 1973, times my birthday, July, 7 times 6 times 1961, my number of 82362 times her number of 55244 times the year of 2022, you do get 2001, A Space Odyssey. You get 2001, the year the twin Trumps went down. What went down? Towers 1, Towers 2, Towers 7 all went down. And you also get 216, which is the 6, which means the 666 or the abomination of desolation will also take place in 2022. And we told you that that was also part of our address, that we lived at 2015 Brentwood Drive. And the zip code was 33823-2022. You can put that in Amazon. It'll spit out the dash extra 4 digits for you, because I've mailed something to their house before and it pops up, or it was in my old address and it pops up, but I've put in other people's addresses to mail them stuff and it'll give you the dash number. So just 2015 Brentwood Drive, Auburndale, Florida, 33823. Put it in an Amazon address like you're going to mail it, and then set it up and go back to the address and click it. It'll give you 2022. That's where she and I lived. And Trump announced he was running for president in 2015. And he would go down and have his abomination of desolation both in 2022. And remember, we've shown you the street. The street ends with the final address of 2024, which is the X across America, which I'm assuming will be the wrath of God and the end of all that. The 2022 just always made more sense to me. Now, I do know that that tomorrow or the 20th, one of them's the 88th day. The buck full moon Oh, I had the wrong dates on there. Hang on just a second. There we go. So if we go to the buck full moon date of the 23rd, and the buck rabbit was speaking at about 2 a.m., let's say, out there on that golf course with Donnie. Oh, I'm supposed to do a different one. Now we're doing count days. So we don't need times. If you go to all right, on that one, it worked when we added the time field. That's what it was. If you go to the exact time of the buck full moon this year to the exact time of the hunter's full moon this year, you get 88 days. So we're definitely looking for possibly something happening tomorrow on the 17th. I am going to go see No Time to Die tonight. Excited about that. And see if I can pick up any date clues, any time of year clues, and just see what I can pick up. It's supposed to be an extremely good movie, well rated, so I might even be entertained. Yay, says the flesh. No Time to Die, IMDb. It's got a 7.6 rating. That's not super high. I figured it'd be in the 8s. Or are they just trolling me because it's my birthday? And the number for Adam. Are they trolling Adam? He's 120 in the Old Testament. I already forgot how to maneuver around here. There's a way to get to the shortcut. Oh, that's New Testament. Sorry. Let's just go to Romans 5:14, for instance. Well, let's go to Luke. From Adam to Moses. From Adam, G76. So are they trolling me? Are they trolling Adam? But anyway, we'll keep an eye on tomorrow, see if something goes down. My first guess, I would now say, is January 15th. It's all about Martin Luther King, who was born on the 15th. And per my other videos that I did before I went to bed, I just woke up. I woke up at like 5:30 this afternoon. And in my subconscious, half awake, asleep dream as I was waking up, it said go add the Donnie Darko time frame to the cellar door date. And we did. And if you do it from 2 a.m., it puts them on the golf course in the morning on the 15th. Playing golf from around 8 to 11, 8 till noon on the 15th. Because we do think it would happen on a golf course. I'm hoping it happens right now. I mean, I hope it happens on the 17th. Would love it. Ready to get this over with. I know we all are, right? No Time to Die doesn't give us much. All right, love y'all. Don't forget to watch all those videos. I've got them all on a playlist now. January 15th playlist got 4 videos on it. December 18th had 12 videos. October events, event bids, 3 videos. Obviously more could have been added to that. I think I quit adding. But these 4 videos with Tebow, remember the Devil's Advocate in the movie, the Devil's Advocate came from Gainesville, Florida. And of course the Gators. Wonder what Florida Gators comes to in gematria. Well, there's your 87. So the Devil's Advocate came from Gainesville, Florida, and Tim Tebow, one of the worst human beings ever created on this earth, because of his fake Christianity. He is in the club. I've seen all of his hand signals. I've got pictures of them. That's in my hand signals videos. Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winner, flashing. Tebow flashing. Tebow flashing. Tebow flashing. Tebow flashing. That's the pyramid at the top. Back to Werfel. And of course, American Psycho. Or Bruce Wayne. In the movie American Psycho. They're always playing the same character. So Tebow's flashed them all. It's not like Peyton Manning. Hasn't. But Dan Mullen, the current Gator head coach, and Jim McElwain, he was flashing like a wild man back when he was coach. There's Tebow again. Believe in the mission. They know what their mission is. I think Tim Tebow who has a wife that's a supermodel. I think his wife is a beard. It's a cover-up for who and what he really is, which is fine. That's the way the Lord made him. The Lord created very few sheep. But I might could find that video. Hang on.
On your touchdown. Well, I think that was the second time in the game they had blitzed everybody.
Just watch.
Against us, and they were playing the corners, pretty hard off, and we were running like a 3 vertical concept against them, and
commentary, fair use commentary.
I knew we were in field goal range, and I didn't necessarily just wanted to throw up a jump ball because they're playing so far off. And so, and I knew that they were blitzing everybody, and I think it was Jim Leonard coming off the left for a touchdown line. Well, I think that was the second time in the game they had blitzed everybody against us, and they were playing the corners, pretty hard off, and we were
Commentary, fair use commentary.
running like a 3 vertical concept against them, and
so Tim's in touch with his feminine side. And so he posed as Jesus Christ. And we went over that in that video, how it said how the different lines were very sacrilegious. And obviously his poses were sacrilegious, and they got a halo over his head there, the sun. And we like the way Angel White ended on the 15th there. They showed you a January calendar that ended on Saturday, the 15th. MLK was born on the 15th, and this full moon is on the 17th. This wolf full moon. And the wolf, who was in the movie October 10th. I like that. That's 10-10. We're looking at Florida Gators right now. There's a wolf in the movie. How come I can't think of it? Because I just woke up. My brain's got brain fog big time. I haven't even drank water. Came right down to sit down. Pulp Fiction. And his name was the Wolf. Harvey Keitel played it. So you get into the Wolf, or you get into Pulp Fiction. It's a crazy name to name a movie. So is that going to give us anything? Let's go back to the Gators, or Florida Gators. Would really be looking for Martin Luther King, or MLK is dead, or something along the lines of MLK. They name a lot of streets Broadway. They name a lot of streets Martin Luther King. Full buck moon comes up under Florida Gators. We're looking for something, weren't we? Knew there'd be something. So the Gators represent the buck full moon, or the rabbit and Donnie Darko. It is October, pops up. Again, 88 days from the buck full moon to the hunter's full moon, and it was the hunter's full moon lunar eclipse where the beast was killed. So I don't want to hate on tomorrow him going down. It is when the Seahawks are at the Steelers, which is when they declared martial law. And of course, the deadly wound to the Antichrist is when martial law would be declared because of it, not necessarily on that day. They would probably end up declaring it after 3 days of rioting. So they would probably declare martial law on that hunter's full moon. I'm not hating on the other full moons. I'm just telling you why I like January 15th best. But we'll do the last round here, but I'm not in hate with the one that's taking place now. Trust me. Markets crash comes to Florida Gators. So the buck full moon and markets crash. Straight out of Donnie Darko and iPet Goat. The Accountant came up. Movie, The Accountant, Wikipedia. So we'll search for a date through the releasing of that movie. October 10th, October 14th. It's around our time frame, isn't it? So when we move up, let's get rid of Florida Gators. When we move up to Pulp Fiction, which I think we ran through once already. Well, no, this is page 1. Rebel Yell, Felix the Cat, Urge of Mr. President, Man in the Moon. July 18. That's an interesting date in my life. It was when I had almost married her. It was when we had sex, or whatever you want to call it. And a year later, a jet door blasted her and really messed her up bad, bulging disc, the exact same day, the following year, July 18th. And almost married her 3 years later. But I called it off twice. And she's one of these John 3:16, all she got to do is believe, you don't even have to repent kind of people. And now she's a big QAnon person, real big in the QAnon. I guess you'd call it a QAnon cult, because it's such a strong overtaking of their minds to believe the preposterous things they believe. So Pulp Fiction, the wolf gave us the wolf, and I'm liking the wolf full moon. Bunny, that's kind of dumb. Doom. Yeah. But nothing. I'll tell you something to look at. Is if you key in, it's also a way to say the date. 115. Well, you do get the 99 loft balloons, or whatever that name of that song was. Judgment, God in America. Enter hell or enter the grave. Sun gods, God of earth. Let's go through 3 or 4 rounds of this. Did we see headshot? Headshot. On 115, you do get headshot for January 15. You do get headshot. Spider-Man. Bank of America, which is where the Trump mural is. Evergreen. Do y'all remember that ship that was parked? evergreen, the evergreen tree for the tree goddess. Barbara Streisand did a song called Evergreen to what? To Lucifer. Barbara Streisand, Evergreen lyrics. It's all about the tree goddess. Soft as the chair, love and fresh as the morning air. I love this share by two I found in you. Rose under the April snow, always certain love would grow. Love ageless and evergreen, seldom seen by two. You and I will make at first night every beginning. Spirits rise and their dance is unrehearsed. They warm and excite us because we have brightness, the brightness love. Two lights that shine as one. Morning glory, the morning sun, the bright morning star, all that stuff. It's all about Lucifer. Time we've learned to sail above. Time won't change the meaning of love. Ageless and evergreen. Evergreen ship parked. It was in the Suez Canal, and it was evergreen. So what were they telling us? Were they giving it the word Eve is also in there? And so 115 gave us evergreen. So when they parked that ship, they were giving us 115. I don't hate that. Everything in a way is a stretch. You got Man of Sin, who would take the deadly wound. You get America Falls on 115. Not hating the gematria of 115. Redskins, they just removed that name. They made a big deal out of that. Let's go to page 3. Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, June 8. Drama Queen was funny. Facebook's end. Facebook will go down when he goes down. So will all social media. They will blame the rioting. Not saying it'll happen on that day, but because of that day, because of what happens on 115, a day or two later, they want to shut everything down. The Twin, Sin City, last round. Yeah, we certainly don't hate the gematria it's given us, do we? Anyway, love y'all. I'm gonna do a Bible study.